Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the end of the month. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm Naya, and this is Nice Two Cents. If you are new here, it is the end of the month, which means I get 2 paychecks. So today we're going to budget the income for my part-time job, and then tomorrow we'll come back and budget the income for my full-time job for March. So without further ado, let's get into it. Just kidding, guys. I almost forgot about my goals. So let's get into it. So February gets an F. Gets an F. I did not snooze my alarm list. I did pay off one significant debt, but unfortunately, I am not going to be able to pay off the second one I had in mind. That will probably happen sometime in March, so we're just going to push that forward. And then, oh yeah, we already know I haven't snoozed my alarm list. So 1 out of 3. What percentage is that? It's a number. Siobhan doesn't know either. 33%, as I said. App. But moving on, spring is on the horizon. It will be here before we know it. And so I'm going to be positive and I am excited about March. One, for a little bit warmer weather, but also I have a new opportunity to knock out some new goals. So let's talk about March. So there are a lot of exciting things going on in March that I'm looking forward to because I was able to pay off that debt that I shared with you guys. A big portion of my part-time income is freed up to go back to my budget, allow me to accomplish some other things that you'll get to see as we budget out my March weekly budget. So I'm excited about that. And without further ado, what do I want to accomplish in March, you ask? It's a new month, same goals. Okay. No, but seriously, because March is a little bit longer in terms of there are 5 Sundays, so you'll also get to see my week 5 category come into play this month. But because of that little extra time, I'm 2 books away from hitting my first reading milestone, but my goal is to read slash finish 3 books in March. I want to pay off that debt that I want to pay off in February. It's a very small amount. It's only a few $100s. So I definitely think I can do it in March. You know, I, you know, you make plans and then life comes at you quick. So right now, we'll say that's one of my goals to pay that off. And then my third goal was to do what? Oh, snooze the alarm less. How could I forget? Third goal is to snooze the alarm less. But more so, the third goal is to wake up and get out of the house at the time I want to every day. Whether snoozing happens or not, I don't want to be leaving the house at I don't want to be leaving the house late. And it's not late for real, it's late for me. But regardless, whatever time I say I'm gonna leave the house, I want to be leaving the house at that time. And so those are my 3 goals. And another goal I actually have is to make my first contribution to my 1 month emergency fund or income replacement fund. So I am looking forward to that. That's one thing I can start contributing to more now that I have paid off that debt. So again, a lot of stuff is going to be happening in March. Some more money is going to be freed up and moving around in the budget. Um, yeah, but let's finish budgeting for February and get started in March for real this time. Okay, so let's get into that. I was last week the weakest student. Maybe. Anyway, I didn't work that much. Oh yeah. So yeah, last week was the week it snowed, and I had missed a shift on Sunday because of that long day I told you guys about. And I actually did end up going to work the day after it snowed because by like 3 p.m., snow was gone. The sun came out and the snow was gone. And so the roads weren't bad at all. And so I was like, I don't mind. And so I worked that day. Um, but yeah, basically, I just didn't work as much as I was supposed to. So this is why this is like one of the smallest checks you've ever seen in the history of Naya's 2 cents. But neither here nor there. We appreciate every dollar we get. All right, so March rent is funded. Let's come back to February. Okay. Oh, my little stepsister's birthday just happened, and I sent her $30. So let's put $30 in our gift category. I'll go in and add that transaction later. And that leaves us with 56.54. Y'all, I just remembered. So today I go to get an oil change, and the oil change is free. And they're like, rotate your tires. And I'm like, when's the last time I got an oil change? I don't remember, but I was like, it's probably beneficial to rotate the tires. So she tells me what my estimated cost is, right? $51. Why do I leave out and all of a sudden it's $66? That wasn't discussed with me. Where did the extra money come from? I don't know. And it's only $60 in the category. So now we have to figure out where we are going to move that money from. So let's actually open this up. Okay. Add transaction. Okay. So, yeah, good thing I never got that car wash. I'm all right. Just notate that. I don't know why I said on caps, guys. It was 66. I also went to the vending machine while I was there, but the accurate numbers have not hit my account yet, so I'll have to add that after they post. All right. So that's that. Let's go down into this. So we're going to move it from this category, right? And I'll just have to remember to go make that transfer later since it's in my savings account. Okay. And like I said, I went to the vending machine, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put $6 more in here. I didn't spend that much, but because I don't know the exact price, I'm just gonna give myself a little buffer and deal with it later. What the heck? Sorry, guys. Okay, that's in our little treats. Now we have $50, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this because. Oh yeah, so because the wedding is getting closer, I took it out of the waiting room and I made it its own. Oopsie, I made it its own category so that I can rake up each cost, make sure I have enough. So my goal is to still spend $1,000. It might end up being a little bit more, but I really don't want to. So that's still my goal. And so we bought the flights already. All these costs are being split, or most of them for the travel stuff. So we bought the flights. We booked the hotel for one night. The bride's father is paying for the actual hotels for the night before and the night of the wedding, but we're coming in a day early, so we had to get an extra day. So we don't have to worry about that till May, but create a target for it. And then this is for the rental car. I already put in my half. I'm just waiting for a reimbursement. He hears me, but it's okay. So that's that. And so I need to create targets for these last three categories, but I'm not sure. So this is a beach wedding in May in Florida. Hot. And I unfortunately do not have any staple pieces in my wardrobe. This is only like the second wedding I've been to as an adult. Um, so my goal has been to, when I buy or have to buy new pieces, that I'm buying pieces that are good quality, so that they don't disintegrate after two washes, and I can wear them again and again and again. And so I've started that this wedding. So I'm trying to find things that are either 100% cotton or linen, and that can be a little pricey. Um, but hopefully, like I said, I'll stay under my overall budget of $1,000. And yeah, that's why I was saying that I have one overspent. It's not really overspent. I'm just waiting to be reimbursed for that category. But I said all that to say $50. I might leave this in here, and then when I get paid tomorrow for my full-time job, I can see what is left over that this may need to be moved to. All right, so that is all for today's video. I'll see you guys tomorrow when we finish the rest of our budgeting. All right, everybody, we are back. It is now Thursday. um, my official payday is the 28th, but I get paid a day early. So yeah, we are going to finish the rest of my budget, start planning for March. But before we jump into that, I have to tell you guys about a series of unfortunate events. So last night, unfortunately, the store got a little busy, so I did not get to leave right at midnight. And so I get home around 12:30. I go to open the front door and I hear something fall. And I'm like, why would they hang something from the front door? And so I open the door, get in the house, and I look on the ground, and do you know what I see? Yeah, the doorknob. So the interior doorknob had fallen off. I tried to put it back on unsuccessfully. And at this point, every minute, it's getting closer to 1 a.m. So I quit. Yeah, I put in a maintenance request. How long it will take them, I do not know. We'll see. Hopefully, we can continue to get in and out of the house successfully. But yeah, right. So that's how my Thursday technically is going. I guess depending on how you view 12:30 was technically Thursday. So let's hope the rest of the day is a little bit better. All right. I think I just made myself bigger. Let's hope that doesn't ruin anything. All right. So it is the end of the month. So before we finish funding some of my February savings goals, we are going to jump into March and start funding March. All right. So let's go into this. All right, so my half of the car insurance. And we're just going to go down the line. There's a shortcut to do this. You can just like select all the categories and hit fund. But sometimes there are like things I want to skip. So I don't do that. And I just enjoy just go down the list. All right. So I am thinking about canceling this. I just, again, only one person watches it, and then they watch like the same three channels. So I feel like there is a cable alternative that we could get that would still meet their needs but wouldn't be as expensive. And the service is fine, but I feel like going from 70, really it was 50 because I signed up during a promotion, so going to 50 something to 70. Apparently I can't multitask. What just happened? I'm assuming I put 500 instead of 50 a couple times. The utility bill is 50.66. It's too early, y'all. So we already can see how Thursday is going, but it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. We're not gonna worry about it. Okay. I should have took a screenshot. Um, 5066. Okay. Let's try this again. 50. 50. Okay. I just stressed myself out. I can't even think. I can't even think straight right now. Okay. So all that's usual. $2.99 for Apple iCloud stuff. 90 cents. 167. Okay, yeah. I'm doing it to myself. I'm doing it to myself. My fingers are just not working today. 583 for Microsoft. Sirius is going to get 751. And for my. I see what you're doing, computer. All right, $5. I am considering getting YouTube Premium because I don't like usually mind watching ads. I don't usually mind watching ads, but the ads I've been getting lately are like not even from real companies. They're like these scammy ads. They're not even helpful to uh like make me want to consume anything. They're just like getting on my nerves. Anyway, so I'm thinking about splitting YouTube family. All right, we're gonna skip those like usual. Skip that. This will be my last month of skipping. This I need to delete that because, well, actually that's not true. Well, I do need to delete the target. The target is not accurate, and I haven't decided if I'm gonna go back to doing that. So we'll just delete that for now. Reevaluate later. But yeah, this will be the last month I'm skipping funding these categories. Hopefully. So that's that. Holiday spending. I added some new ones. So we now have sinking funds for Valentine's Day and Thanksgiving. I don't think we'll host Thanksgiving again. I wasn't filming when we hosted Thanksgiving, was I? No. So, or was I? No. Anyway, we hosted Thanksgiving this past year and it was expensive. I contributed much more than I planned to. And so I'm like, just in case, and even if we don't host Thanksgiving, I'll probably end up spending some money towards food or drinks or what have you. So hopefully this will be enough. And then Christmas, of course, will come later. Savings, most of this will come later. Medical, we are now doing that. So 50. All right. My glasses sinking fund. I still have not made a decision on the glasses. So yeah. And all that money is for like at the end of the year when I go back in December. So it's like I can't even count those funds. Or I could, I just don't want to make my life, I guess, easier, but not really. All right. Giving. I don't have any targets in giving. Switch over to underfunded. Okay. That's later. That's later. My half is there. I'm skipping these. This is later. These are later. I might start funding that with my part-time checks. Haven't decided. We'll see. Right, all the social work stuff. I say this probably every month when I have to fund these, but I'll be so glad when these are like gone, basically significantly reduced. All right, and then we're gonna put the minimum payment in there. The rest is an additional payment. This will come later. And oh my goodness, guys, my student loan payments are going to be restarting in March. And so let's talk about this. Just my 10 minutes are up. Okay, so like most people, my student loans, I was on the SAVE plan, and so I was in the SAVE forbearance, and there was a lot of misinformation coming out. There's a lot of confusing information coming out. No information coming out, and it's frustrating. It's a lot of confusion. People are panicking, stressed out, and I was tired of being all of the above. So I know a lot of people are planning to ride out the zero interest forbearance in the past couple of news cycles. I guess this week it is likely that the SAVE plan is finally going away permanently here soon, sooner than later. But despite all that, back in January, I decided that I am tired of waiting. And because I am somebody who is pursuing public service loan forgiveness, that is not something that is affected by the injunction. That is something that was created with bipartisan support, and it is not likely to go away. Um, and yeah, talk a long, long time about student loans. But I brought all that up because my student loans payment when I was on the SAVE plan was $51.85. Yeah, my new payment under income-based repayment plan, $231.25. So thankfully, I got my application submitted and approved before all this new court stuff, because now some people are not even able to apply to get off of the SAVE plan. There's just a lot of great stuff going on. But because I'm not starting at zero, I already have almost 3 years towards the 10-year requirement. I was like, I don't want to waste any more months. Like, I'd rather just pay money and fulfill the obligation that I agreed to when I signed my promissory note. So that's that on that. $200. Let's go. Yeah, so basically, this is a situation where I didn't have any control over what was going on. And so, me deciding to restart my payments was me taking some form of control back. So, my payments have restarted as of now. If anything else happens, where like I can't do it, then I'm just going to give up. I'm just going to give up. All right, so I cannot snooze any of these categories because it is not yet March. But let me just double check one more time that everything is funded in March that I want to fund. That's not coming out of my Wegmans checks. So okay, I think we are good for now. And if not, I'll figure it out later. So now back to February. All right, so like I said yesterday, I made this the wedding its own category group instead of just a category, so I could be more detailed in the planning as it gets closer. So still waiting on the rental car reimbursement. Cough cough. And then I'm really just joking. And then I set a target for the hotel. I think I only set the target for my half. Yeah, because I didn't want YNAB to be yelling at me. So that's good. I think I'm gonna want like $400 in spending money, so that's fine. But guys, so I found a dress and I bought it in two different sizes. and they shipped separately, so it charged me two separate times for the same amount. Um, and so there's three ways I can handle this. I could just ignore it and not input the transaction until the dresses show up. I decide I like the way one fits, return the other. That is the first option, to ignore it, do nothing. The second option is to only input one of the transactions because I'm hoping that one will fit and I keep it and I really like this dress. Um, the third option, which I feel like is probably the most best way for accounting purposes, is to input both transactions, fund both, and then when I do the return, because it'll be in the next month, I feel like that might make it a little bit simpler. I really don't know. So, undecided. I think I will still. I don't know. I don't know because I don't. I'm like, what makes most sense for YNAB? I have to consult the editor and decide off camera because I do actually have to go to work. But yes, I put the 200 a month that I am wanting to fund this category with in the holding. I'm leaning towards we are going to end up more than $1,000, but that's fine. Okay, so that towards that. Okay, 200 towards that. Oh, and I also forgot to mention the $50 that I didn't know what to do with yesterday when I was filming. That got assigned off camera to some stuff that came up. So all that money that wasn't ready to assign was just from my full time job. I'm short. That's not accurate. I did some math and I should have still had enough. Hmm. Let me go back to March. Okay. I did some pondering off camera. And what I am going to do is, I guess you can do it the same way as over. We're going to move that from this for now. I guess I care more about, or one is, I don't know. I want to keep those timelines. Like, I don't want to miss any full payments of the extra payment because then that means next month will be a little bit more expensive, which means next month's budget will be a little bit tighter. And because I get paid weekly from Wegmans, and I only budget my Wegmans income based on the minimum average of what I usually get, which is about $300. But I usually make more than that. So anything above $300 is not something that is directly reserved for something to budget. And I could be a little bit more flexible about where those extra income, where that extra income goes, if that makes sense. And so in March, I will put that money back in the wedding category as needed, since that's a little bit far off. Yeah, I'll have to decide about the dress thing later. Um, but I think that is everything. Yeah, just the rental car stuff. All right. Okay. Right. This video was a little chaotic per usual, but that is all. By the time you see this, it will already be March. So happy March, everybody. I'm excited for that spring is on the horizon, and I look forward to seeing you all back here in the next video. So if you like this video and want to see more, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed my content, like it, comment, share it, support me. All right, guys, see you in the next one. Bye. What did I just say? Hello? What did I just say?
I didn't hear anything you said.
I forgot there's no countdown.
I told my girlfriend.
All right. Really, Javon, I'm recording. So you see what happens when you get live and in person with the editor. They distract you and they interject and they don't mind your recording.
Did you just do a swipe motion?
I'm still recording and I forgot to share my screen. I don't know how to stop. I hit a button and it went away. Okay, here we go. Stop sharing.